Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Cancer, I do have to apologize in advance if you can hear any music. I can't control what's happening outside my apartment window, and someone is playing music, and unfortunately, this is the only time that I have to record, so I hope it's not too distracting, and we're just gonna truck on. So I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The overall energy will come from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and at the end I will read from the book, and your tarot will be with the Mystic Mondays Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Ooh. Okay, it fell on the floor. Hold on. I can actually read this number, number 37, the desert. Number 37, the desert. So I got an instant image of the quicksand and the image of the scene from The Princess Bride, which I just recently referred to in a reading. It's an epic film if you've never seen The Princess Bride. It's just a film from my childhood that will forever live in a state of absolute honor for me. I love that movie so much, but there's it's a movie about heroism and true love and all these kind of nice things, fairy tales and swashbuckling and everything, but there is a scene where the lovers in the film have to go through this trial that involves quicksand and kind of saving each other from this swampy wasteland. And I feel as though there could have been a situation with you where you were kind of reaching out for help and wondering if there was any help to be found. And I'm a Cancer, and I'm very thankful to say that, like, there have been very few times in my life where I've reached out for help and there was no one. Very few times, but I know that the kind of help oftentimes that a Cancer gets is not the same kind of help that they give. And Spirit agrees. So I understand that. I feel that for you right now, Cancer. I don't think that it necessarily means that everything is lost and all is desolate, but there could be this sensation within you that there's something you're going through right now that might be very insular, where you are having to deal with something on your own because it's difficult for others to understand. I also see that, Spirit is kind of reminding me that when you reach out for help, that they will be there to reach out to your spirit guides and your ancestors. The kind of black and white gray part is a little, just ever so slightly bigger. So it's almost like the color and the shadow, it's like the shadow might be winning at this time. But I feel like there's like a fluctuation. It's like there's an ebb and flow between the shadow and the light. You might be in a little bit of a shadow period for yourself, which is not to say that things are going badly. It's just that there might be a time of transition. And so you're you're transmuting some things right now. Number 37 reduces to a 10. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune card. Good luck, good fortune, divine timing is what that card represents. It also represents the planet Jupiter. And at the time that I am doing this reading, Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer. It loves to be in Cancer, according to all the astrologers. I'm not an astrologer. I have no idea of these things, but I watch enough videos to know that it's a good thing. It's a good thing for Cancers. It's our time. But I think part of that involves us doing the big work, the big spiritual work, the personal work, the healing work, in order for us to then reap those cosmic rewards and to be able to appreciate and enjoy them even more so, because there's a sense that I heard we earned it. I don't necessarily think that was from Spirit, though. It was almost like the collective, the Cancer collective, my siblings in the cosmos, my Cancer siblings. It's just like we earned it. So we shall see what the tarot has to say. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end I'll get a card of advice from Spirit. Okay, 3 cards out, 3 more. Okay, 1 card came out at the end. That will be the advice. Actually, nope. Spirit said no. You pull a card from us at the end. The extra card came out will be part of your overall energy. Yep. Indeed. 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords can talk about, just imagine this character kind of like this, laying down, resting. It's a card of recuperation. It's a card of resting our minds, resting our thoughts. Kind of, I just see somebody daydreaming or almost like zoning out, that the thoughts of anxiety or the overthinking is being quieted right now. Quieted so that we can allow the regeneration to happen. There's quietness to this card. You know, now I see this as kind of like a dormant period, like a hibernation. Like you've been hibernating and you're now really just starting to emerge. And Spirit just said, make a name for yourself. I don't think that that's necessarily, I don't want to make you think that you haven't made a name for yourself or whatever that means. I think it's just is stepping into your own. You're finally kind of emerging out of the cocoon, emerging out of this period of healing. I'm getting a very specific message that a lot of you could have been healing, and it started with the pandemic. These past few years, you have been working on yourself, and now it's kind of your time. And even with this crescent here, this crescent moon, right, the moon representing Pisces and Cancer, and kind of reaching towards what works best for Cancer, which is, you know, those cosmic depths. That's where Cancer loves to be, right? The emotional depths. So in the past energy, Magician in reverse, number 1 of the Major Arcana. Major Arcana are the first 22 cards of the tarot deck, from 0 to number 21. It talks about kind of the passage of time, of maturity, of experience, the human archetypes. And when we get to the number 1 card with the Magician, we've kind of raised our sails. We're off to discover ourselves, discover the world, and we do that by putting our intentions out there. Sense of manifestation. The Magician has the power of all 4 kings. Excuse me, why did I say that? That's the Emperor. You could be entering into an Emperor energy. I don't see the Emperor on the table right now, but I said kings and I meant suits. kings and suits. Maybe it just signifies you're really sitting in your divine masculine energy, that energy where you want to get up and go, conquer the world, step towards your manifestation. The Magician is the power of all four suits of the tarot. The cups, the wands, the pentacles, and the swords. So it's like using all of the resources that you have in order to make things happen, right? That's what the Magician is all about. In the past energy, you got this in reverse. There could have been frustration, you not being able to bring in your manifestations, but I have a feeling that it could have been because you weren't clear about what it is that you wanted, or you were afraid to manifest. And I completely understand that. And I talk about this with a lot of people when, you know, they kind of come to me for guidance or just an opinion, just an opinion. And I said, well, what is it that you want? And it's hard for people to pinpoint what it is they want out of life, because it's almost like, what if I get it? What if I get that dream job? And then what? Right? So it's kind of getting over the hump or the hurdle of, and the fear of actually getting what you want. I completely understand it. It seems like a double-edged sword to manifestation. What if we actually get what we want? Then what do we do? Do we just live in that manifestation? Do we start manifesting something else? I mean, I think everybody is different, but it seems like we have to start somewhere. Okay, but I think in the past energy, it was difficult for you. And there could have been some disappointments there too, you know, like I did manifest things and they didn't come true. To which Spirit is now kind of reminding me that, like, okay, well, you know, did you allow it time to percolate? Did you allow time for your manifestations to come to you? Sometimes manifestations can be instantaneous, and I've seen that happen. And sometimes they take years, right? And it's just, oh, it's very funny. Right outside my window is a dandelion fluff. Like when you blow on the dandelion and you make a wish. One single beautiful dandelion fluff just floated by my window, and I'm on the 3rd floor, so it came up pretty high. To remind you, just, it's okay for you. It is, you know how sometimes they say it is safe for you to love? Spirit is saying it is safe for you to manifest. It's clarified by the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Remember, this is the past energy. The 7 of Cups in reverse is being spoiled for choice, and, you know, our head in the clouds as to, you know, what is it that we choose, right? Like, okay, if we try to manifest, then we have so many things that we want to manifest, and which do we choose? Are we going to have the FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. If I choose love, you know, am I sacrificing knowledge? If I choose, what are these other things? I mean, this is the snake in this. Like, what if I choose risk and danger? Do I sacrifice love, you know? The card came out in reverse in your past energy. I think you were working very hard on trying to pin down what it was that you wanted to manifest. There was confusion there. Let me see what this was. What was this about? In the past energy. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody not coming towards you with an offer. There was, you know, this could have been the Knights of the Tarot always kind of bring messages. They're people of action. So you could have been waiting for kind of knight in shining armor, somebody to make you an offer, and it didn't seem to be happening in the past. didn't seem to be happening. You know, or if it's not a person, it could have been a job, something that you were, you know, but I still feel that there was this doubt. It was doubt. Maybe doubt that you deserved it, doubt of how it would come towards you. There was doubt. Because I also see this, you know, in this card with the hands kind of suspending objects between. It makes me think of my Reiki practice. When I send Reiki to people, I always start by, you know, when you send, Reiki is energy healing, and when you send Reiki, you know, you have to be in a pretty focused place, at least for me. I always set my intention, I give thanks. I give thanks to the person that's allowing me to give them Reiki, to channel from spirit. But I always start by like kind of creating the energy ball between my hands. And if I'm doubting that, I'll lose it. It's a very delicate process to get that energy. You can actually feel it. I can feel this ball of energy between my hands when I'm like in the sweet spot of concentration and focus. But the smallest thing can break that concentration, and it can just dissipate, and I have to start over, right? Especially when I'm doing distance Reiki, it's very important for me to harness that energy so that I can kind of expel it out to that person. So there's this delicate balance that I'm seeing that you had to play, and there could have been times with you focusing on this manifestation. You were so sure that you wanted it, and then there was just the seed of doubt, and then you had to start all over. This is the past energy. The past. Where are we now? Six of Swords, moving from choppy waters to calm waters, moving from a place where things are chaotic to a place where things make sense. They make sense in our minds. See how everything is lined up here so beautifully, so symmetrically. It's this sense that you are very clear in this present moment about what you want, and all the things that you needed to dispel, dissipate, get rid of in order to make space for this kind of clarity in your life, right? The Swords energy is air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's the cerebral, it's the thinking mind, it's the facts and the figures and the objectivity and the rationality. Things make sense to you now, but you worked really, really hard. See, it's interesting too, because this isn't an air sign card, but these waves here remind me of water. So it's this marriage between the watery heart chakra, emotional depths, and also the thinking mind, thank you, Spirit. I hear the emergency vehicles, right? It's an important message. There's this sense that you were able to bring together the heart and the head. And when those two things come together, it's just this beautiful coalescence within you. It's like, it speaks of alignment within your own selfhood, but also alignment between you and your higher self, you and your soul. When you and your soul are on the same page about things, you literally can move mountains in your own life. It's clarified by the Ten of Cups. I can't think of anything more beautiful for a water sign. The Ten of Cups, I mean, talk about like there's order, and now there's sacred geometry. I mean, there's this beautiful complexity, but it's a complexity that everything is like, it's like all the cogs have fallen into place. And there's brain, I think, who talks about brain-heart coherence? Is it Joe Dispenza? Maybe Joe Dispenza is paraphrasing someone else, so I'm not sure. I just know where I think I heard it, and I think it was Joe Dispenza. If you've never read any of his books, they're amazing. They're really amazing, actually. Like, I know that he gets a lot of, like, airplay or whatever, but if you actually read his books, like, they make sense. They make sense. And, like, check them out of the library. You don't even have to spend any money to get something out of this, right? The Ten of Cups is bliss, it's contentment, it's joy, it's friendship, it's love. Love in all of its forms. Love for self, love for other, love for nature, love for the world. Right? This oneness amongst the many. It's really beautiful, really profound. I'm so happy for you. You know, but it didn't come without it's hard work. I mean, moving away from the chaos required you to let go of some things, some people. You had to let go. And that might not have been an easy task. Okay, I asked for a clarifier. 2 cards flipped over in the deck. The 3 of Cups. I like this. I'm normally not a big fan of the 3 of Cups, but I like this 3 of Cups. Another kind of coalescence between Soul Tribe members. Coming together, clinking glasses, celebrating. It is also clarified, however, by the the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So, Queen of Wands is very sexy, very magnetic, powerful, creative. She's the power behind the King of Wands. She has a lot of inertia. She has a lot of good ideas. She's not afraid to kind of flaunt her stuff. She's very attractive. But the card is in reverse. You know, I think that there's still, you know, maybe a little bit of hesitation. Just, it's more like Spirit showing me it's time, Cancer, for you to step into your empowerment. It's almost like, okay, if there's brain-heart coherence, let's take it one step further and go for the gut, the solar plexus, the confidence center, self-confidence, like really appreciating who you are, your internal and external beauty, your prowess, your intelligence, your creativity. It's like really embracing that. I feel as though some of you may not be, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. But I mean, it will help to be surrounded by people you love, people that love you. That definitely helps. That can you know, we don't always like we don't always need to have like external validation by every single person. If you need that, I feel as though, I mean, to a certain extent, we should learn how to kind of find that for ourselves. Needing too much external validation can be dangerous. Not needing any validation at all from anybody can also be dangerous. It's like 2 extremes, right? In my opinion. That's not Spirit, that's just me. But sometimes it's really nice to be around people that love us and that just say, hey, Cancer, like, I know you can do this. You're so amazing. You're beautiful. I've known you for years and years and years, and I've never had any doubt. So it's nice to be around people like that sometimes. So maybe surround yourself with people that can remind you of how far you've come, that you deserve this kind of happiness, and that they want to celebrate with you, right? It's your present energy. What is your future energy? I mean, it just gets better. 9 of Cups. So we did have the 10 of Cups, but the future energy is 9 of Cups. Even more wishes coming true. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's the Star card in the Minor Arcana. 9 full cups. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's just like the colors are so radiant, so vibrant, so uplifting. There's this beautiful embrace, I feel, not just from Soul Tribe, but from kind of Spirit. It's like the cup in the middle there feels like the Ace of Cups. It feels like this brand new kind of beginning for you. This sense of love that maybe even you, Cancer, are not accustomed to. Maybe it feels new to you. I do want to point out these kind of color palettes are very similar. Actually, it's kind of similar to the shirt that I'm wearing today. Right, so I want to caution you with this desert energy, because you could feel like I don't know, is it a sense of isolation or just confusion? It's terrain perhaps that you've never walked before. It's new to you. I would say embrace it. Just go with the flow. If people are attracted to you, if they're sharing, you know, beautiful vulnerability with you and you with them, just embrace it. Right? It's almost like it's like what you've wanted this whole time. So careful not to self-sabotage. Clarified by the Sun in reverse. Number 19 of the Major Arcana. Sun is arguably the best card in the tarot. Life-giving energy, illumination, clarity, warmth, abundance. It's everything. The Sun is everything. It's this sense of peace, right? This this like oneness with self, with other, with the earth, with the cosmos. It's everything. You got this card in reverse. It's just like the Queen of Wands, right? I feel as though there's just these tiny little, I don't know, seeds of doubt, insecurities. Try your best to tackle those. It's almost like, okay, you know, everybody's saying Jupiter and Cancer, it's our seasons, it's our season. And Cancers are just like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. There's a little bit of cynicism with that. I've been seeing this online, like when people, when the astrologers are talking about Jupiter and Cancer, and then it's like, oh, well, Cancer, you've had a really rough go in the past 6 months. It's like, hell yeah, we have. Like, you know, the cardinal signs were supposed to be on top of the world, and then all these things happen, and I was like, where was that good fortune in the first 6 months of the year, right? But I mean, it wasn't that it was necessarily bad, but then there were moments that were really bad, that were fleeting. But then they were also good. You like got through it. It's just like, where is this Jupiter and Cancer good for? Where is it? And I read the comments from all these Cancers, and they're like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, right? The whole thing, though, about faith in spirit, faith in the cosmos, faith in your higher self, is that believe it to see it, right? Believe that you are worthy of this. That belief, it will take you so far. Can I get a clarifier? What is this wish fulfillment? Look, you see? I'm telling you, I just asked, what is this wish fulfillment? What is this wish that Cancer has been waiting for? And remember, over here, I talked about the Magician, and I accidentally said the power of all 4 kings. And I was like, no, that's the Emperor. I don't see the Emperor on the table. Look who showed up as wish fulfillment. Your person. Maybe this is your person coming in. Boss energy. Like really, like the highest form of the divine masculine you can get. And we're not talking about gender, we're talking about energy. This could be your energy. Really in control. The top of our game. Can't argue with it. It's here. It showed up for you. What's Spirit's advice? Tower. Okay, number 16 of the Major Arcana, the Tower. You know, Tower doesn't have to be bad energy. It can just be shock, awe, and surprise. I know that I experienced a Tower about a month ago. My Tower has changed my entire life. Maybe this is something you experienced recently. Something where Spirit kind of kicks us kicks us back onto the path. And in a way, after the Tower comes beautiful abundance, right? This is Spirit's advice. It's kind of like embrace the change. When you feel the fear to lean away from it, lean forward into it. Lean into the change. Now I'm going to read from the book, The Desert. See what the cards have to say for the desert. The drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with the lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, it's like this: embrace, lean into the change. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing that you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, the coyotes' call surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. You've been through a reckoning, I think, Cancer, and I don't doubt that you're going to come out on top. So that's your reading, Cancer. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Cancer.